Yeah, I've been wearing this same outfit for the last 3 days. Like, bitch, do it look like I care? Nah, I never signed a deal, always independent. Like, bitch, do it look like I share? Nah, always playing games, always playing with me. Like, bitch, do I look like a fair? Nah, always stepping on me or sleeping on me. Like, bitch, do I look like a chair? Not prepared to feast, it's time to eat. How can I copy you when you're a less of me? You made a lot of noise, I made a masterpiece. Still laughing at a few who laughed at me. All the way to your desk, all I see is my worst when you offer your best. And you know I don't normally flex, but we came up from nothing, team went to the deathbed. Yes, here is a fact, could arm a whole nation with knives on my back. Some people still owe me a sorry, in fact. Can't keep all that shit, I don't live in the past. I'm living to rap, but rapping to live. I can't tell the difference, you get what you give. You only hurt you if you never forgive. You already lost if you never begin, is what it is. Talk all your shit, confused if you think I'm not one to go savage. You live in the basement and post your reactions of people who made it, cause you were too average. A substitute teacher of rapping is here. Please give your opinion, I'm dying to hear. See all of the things that you did in a year that still never led to a music career. Oh, yikes, here let me help. Will Larry sucks, he should be shelved. Lately he sounded like everyone else who copied this shit, cause that shit wouldn't sell. If you change a word or a lyric or two and put it back out and pretend that it's new, then maybe you'll grow in the way that he grew. I'm glad I inspired, but credit me too. Day in my shoes, you wouldn't last. Listen to hurt, listen to crash. Try to do good, try to get back and spill out my soul over all of my tracks. Crabs in a barrel, they look down and laugh and ring us for every last dollar we have. It's easy to make your little rappers look bad when you don't own half of the tracks that you rap. Damn. Did it all by ourselves. Fuck your advance, fuck all the dollars they gave you for marketing. I just want music to come from the heart again. I just want music to become an art again. I was here working while you were out partying, wondering how did I build up an audience. I put in work, I just thought it was obvious. Give me a mic and a beat and I'll body it. I've been nice but don't push me, I rap from the heart and you call me a pussy. I think you're a coward, you talk like you would be a man, cause my life is where you think you should be. Like what do you get from it, posting online and just spreading some negative shit all the time. You ain't comment was mean, but I think I'll be fine. Hate the life that you live, so you're hating on mine. Bye.
If you want to keep your integrity, you can't go on for mass production, can you? I mean, you can't just become a little cog in the big machinery, can you?
I should probably call my mom, it's been a couple weeks. Funny how I live the dream and I don't fucking sleep. They bring nothing to the table and they want a seat. Constant battle in my mind and all I want is peace. I keep my trophies on the low so they don't feel bad. Last letter of my show, I know they feel that. I show the people perseverance when I feel sad. I put the music out for free and I feel trapped. I used to never own a thing and now I own shit. Living in and out of bed like I'm homeless. That's when I realize that it's people that are home. Shit. As I look at all my things, I'm feeling homesick. Feeling homesick.
To the people's champion, my speak universal. Maybe just not in your circle, you can say my flow Mandarin. I ain't from them industry farms where you got plucked like a mandolin. Whose man's is this? Let an algorithm say what kind of man you is. Rely on AI, but won't work on how you handle shit. That ain't the answer, kid. I push the lines, they shit sound like risk management. I like my privilege and I never once complained about my disadvantages. And I won't, just don't act like I was handed shit in this game. When to this day they try and block my shine cause of insecurities they ain't abandoning. I'm a truth that you know but you ain't accepted yet. Come back to me when you ready to discuss how I'm actually the best. You couldn't fuck with me and all that apathy's just distrust to the size of your nuts. Yeah. Retaining all this wisdom, I think that kid they think of wisdom. I ain't impressed with dudes, and that ain't rude, I'm just frank. Words to the fur I just threw in the fire to bake. Cause I'm retiring, lying and hiding and flying. It's for sake of disguising your lack of a basic desire to think. It's Mr. Call it what it is. I running high. They don't want to stand next to me, I wonder why. Nothing reveal the truth more than a fucking lie, and vice versa. That's why they don't want none without the bags in my sight. Word to the bags under mine, so I'm up in mine. Cause it's cold out here, and shit starting to get darker like it's late autumn. Don't call me for a versus battle unless it's James Baldwin. I'm on do not disturb in case fake calling. I don't wanna know, I'm trying to live for now. Student of the game, but I'm principal. Since I was a little child, always had ambitious style. Yeah. So just embrace me, dog, stop it. I birthed a lot of rappers, even if they look adopted. Spend all day reading comments and then wonder where the con went. When dudes faking, tell them, yeah, word, let a convent. I learned that when I was hooping up our convent. Let them judge you, just don't get held by what a content with, cause they will. See, I'm different, they feel. The shit I spit from Brazil to up in them LA hills. Dudes hear the kid and they chill. Start amending they wills, pretend offended, they bills. Depend on who they say they ain't. Come around like they angels and try to play the angles. Offer value exchanges and then they never pay you. So this year, I had to get some people off the back of me. Can't hold it down for everyone. I ain't gravity. I've been in the cut getting stronger like an infection. They've been moving back, space getting longer like a reflection. Ironic they can't see their own. Feel like the most loved dude ever who was destined to be alone. Yeah. Listen to my motherfucking album, man. Stop playing with me.
I love the juxtaposition of playing some nice rap, and then moving over to some gentle, calm music. It's a good way to start the streams, I think. Today's a good day, as always. It always is, but obviously when we walk away with a win in the market, it's always a better day. And I'm very excited to just kind of like show you the trading log, because last night was a little bit of a rocky. I was taking some long positions here and there, just trying to hedge. Obviously, those fell through. But we came out on top. We're going to switch over to the live screen. My hair's a little bit messed up. All right. And I played that Will Lowry song because it goes, I've been wearing the same outfit for the last 3 days. Doesn't look like I care. All right. Brandon, wearing the same hoodie for the last 3 days. Doesn't look like I care. All right. So this is the trading log. So far, what we got on there is we're up $3,500 over the course of these last couple of trades. This is only like 4 days worth of trades, guys. I hope you realize that. And loss. Can you get used to that? But you can see in this sea of red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. One of those being a very slight win. And then 4 of those being pretty decently sized wins. One's 1,200, one's 2,200 almost, 800 right here, 679. So we got a 6.7 restored ratio, 8.2 restored ratio. This one would come out to about a 10.05. Is that right? No, 10.5. Because this was 2 separate entries, but we walked away with 2,200. So we just got to split that in half. This one was a 12 restored ratio. This one was a 3, so it was kind of like a quick scout, but we didn't lose anything getting that entry, so I guess it's all good. We still have the XRP and Link trade open. All right, Link last night put in a higher high, and I did take advantage of that, and I'm currently waiting for that to push down to the downside here. I think we are in the A of an ABC move to the downside, and hopefully that C is strong enough to hopefully get that wicked in. All right, that's what I'm looking for. If not, that's fine. If we lose Link, I'm not too sad, to be honest with you. One thing that I have been debating about this morning with myself internally is whether or not to take profits on XRP. BTC hit its 0.382, LTC hit its 0.382, Ethereum hit its 0.382. So we could actually end up with an ABC flat correction off of XRP, but there is a case for another move to the downside, I will say. All right, because we're looking at some of these setups here. I'm looking at Matic. All right, Matic seems to have a bigger A, a bigger B, and we are currently in the C. All right. I do think right here on the C wave, we're looking at this possibly A, B, C. I'm waiting for that lower low in order to get a setup on Matic. Ethereum, same case scenario. Ethereum, we got a bigger A, we got a bigger B, and then we got an A, a B, and a C. So I'm waiting for that lower low. I'm sure there's some other coins with the same exact setup. I don't know if I'm going to be touching. I don't know if I'm going to be touching Bitcoin. I can't really find a clear setup within this. It's not worth it to mess around with that kind of stuff to me. ETC, same old setup. Bigger A, bigger B, small A, small B, looking for a C, lower low. Uni, same setup. So I do think that there's a case to be made that we are going to put in another low sometime. And obviously, I think XRP would follow that same structure. So that's what I'm thinking for what we got in store for us. Maybe for today, maybe for tomorrow. I don't know. But that's the setups that I'm eyeballing. Hey, Kite. Haven't talked to you in a fat minute. What's going on, man? Will BTC go to 37K? I'm short on BTC. I don't know, man. I shorted BTC from right here. So, and I took profit right here. So, to me, I'm not really too concerned about it going down to 37K. If the rest of the market's looking to make a drop, I would say Bitcoin's looking to go down, but I can't tell you a certain number, man. I'm sorry. Any thoughts on laddering position? There's downsides when you nail an absolute top. There's downsides when you nail a top? I wouldn't think so. But it gives you some margin for error. There's really no downsides to nailing tops. It's a lot of profit with a lot less headache. Well, the entries are headaches, but like I said, if you could do it like I did it, if you have a larger A, a larger B, all right, you can get your first position off of this and your second position off of this. But do you need to? I don't think so. The downside is counting all that cash. That is correct. Downside as in you might not get your desired position size. That's not a problem for me. I market trade. Okay. What kind of car do you drive? I drive a Mercedes-Benz. Hey, Kite, I used your strategy on futures today on the 15-minute. Can you see if I did it right? I made profit, but don't know if it was luck or if I did actually correct. I entered above 4,377 on the ES 15-minute. You gotta tell me the ticker, or I don't know if the ticker is ES. You said 4,377, so I mean I'm guessing ETH, but I don't know what's around that price level right now. I went along on LTC right now. What do you say? You're above the A, but like I said, me personally, I like to look at the market as a whole. All right. Technically, from an ABC setup standpoint, you're on the money, all right? You're above the A after completing an ABC, putting a lower C. So as long as you're above this point right here, you do have every single reason to be long. But like I said, if we look at the market as a whole, we're generally seeing this same structure, but with the addition of wanting to put in one more lower low before seeing any sort of reversal. Okay, can you explain why you're not targeting the 0.302 with fibs all the way down to 29K? I've lived through enough market structure to kind of know what to expect. Now, I completely agree that we could see a lot lower because if we're looking at this, now, all the way down to 29K, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. The 0.382 is not at 29K. All right. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at there. Unless you're talking about just getting closer to 29K. All right. But if we look at this uptrend structure here, all right, the A is like 80% of the wave. All right. So typically when that happens, the B wave pullback is not too sharp. So obviously, from an ABC setup standpoint, we would be targeting between 35,000 and 33,000 as a target. But with the A being so aggressive and having a tiny B and a little C, I am more than likely looking for either a flat correction off of this level or, I mean, like sometime soon finding support. I really don't care where it is. I don't care. All right. That's the problem. Don't try to guess the bottom. All right. Take profit where profit is due. Let price action do what it do. Stop trying to be a magic man. Make some money. How about that? All right. So after this move is complete, I mean, we don't even have to have this move complete. All right. This now changes the structure. Instead of calling this the ABC and looking for the top like we just did, because look, we have the A, we have the B, and then we have an A, a B, and an ABC. We caught that top. All right. This is all a C wave. All right. So we got a big ABC right here. Boom. All right. Now, this all becomes a single wave, and we are in the B. Now, we only have an A. From what I can see right here on a 1 hour chart, we only have an A. So I do think that we're going to get a kick to the upside sometime soon. But I do think we're either going to come back down, see an ABC flat correction, or a lower low. That is going to complete the B wave. And then I do think that we're going to be making a push to $47,000. Me personally, I think that is a bull trap. But here's the problem. Like a lot of people, from what I've seen, most people are somewhat expecting a bull trap. But what I think they don't expect is how long it's going to take to work itself up. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we've been on an uptrend for the last month. There's no way that this area is a bull trap anymore. And then it's going to be a bull trap. If it was just a straight shot up to 47K, I think a lot more people would be willing to short it. But if the longer price action takes to get up to that 47K mark, the less likely people are to look at it as a fluke or manipulation and that it's just going to go straight back down. So I do think that sometime soon, within the next day or two, maybe, God, all right, there is going to be some sort of kick to the upside and then come back down, either forming an ABC flat correction or we make a lower low. Then after that, there is going to be a push to the upside. I don't know if it's going to happen fast or if it's going to be a slower one. I don't know, man. I take it as it goes. All right. But I am targeting, I would say $47,000 as like the maximum top, but I don't like to set limits on price action. Obviously, the market's going to do what the market's going to do. And then obviously within that C wave, we're looking for a larger structure. And then hopefully towards the larger, we can find some sort of thing that looks like that. That's what I'm looking for. But that's all I got. Sushi boy looking good if we get that lower low. I have not checked out sushi. Sushi's probably looking good. Sushi. Sushi looks good, but yikes. Sushi, it looks like what I would like BTC to look like right now. Sushi, you can see A, we're in the B, and we make a C. No, call the time. I'm sorry, I can't. Can I look at Link? Okay, I'll look at Link. What do you want me to tell you about Link? What do you want me to say? I'm still waiting for Link to dive. All right. I see an A, I see a B, I see a C. I am short on Link right now. And we still have quite a bit to go down. I needed to go down to $21 in order to take profit. What's ADA doing? I don't know. What's the dog doing? No. ADA looks to be like that. It's that outlier. Isn't that crazy? For the 15-minute. I mean, ADA has not put in a higher high at all throughout this entire process. So, I mean, shit. This could be your A. This could be your B. This could be your A, B, C. Like I said, most of the market is looking to make a move downwards. If ADA does put in that higher high, and then all the other coins start making a move downwards, it would just go with the short setup. ADA is that outlier for the day, I guess. What's your reason for not messing with the BTC long right now? Do you see the price action? The price action is a mess. Do you see? I don't see a clear ABC setup within that mess. I don't see shit. All right. If this entire downtrend turns into an uptrend and then I can get some sort of setup later on off of this, absolutely, I'll take it. But this looks awful. Nobody should be touching that. If you're touching that, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to me. Get out of my face. All right? Go find something that looks a little bit better. Ethereum looks fantastic. All right? Looks absolutely beautiful. You look stunning today, Ethereum. I don't know if anybody's told you today, but you look stunning. All right? You got nice ABC structures written all over you. All right? You're gold. Beautiful. All right? I don't think people give enough compliments to Ethereum. And then this would be a very nice setup to take a long off of. Did you get stopped out earlier on Link? No, I did not. Johnny the Spot, thank you very much. I appreciate it. For the white bear. Oh God. Going to the beach. I'm not gonna look like loose leaf paper anymore. I got this. Kite, I've been in a dot short since 1965. That's a long time, man. It's 2021. Should I take profits when it makes a lower low? You said dot short? Isn't dot towards its 0.382 right now? Yeah. So like, all right, if you got this short, congratulations. That was a very nice setup. All right. The take profit for that's going to be $16.60. And it has the same price structure as many other coins, having a larger A, having a larger B, having a smaller A, B, C, or it wants to make a C down wave. We're just chilling. We're waiting. We're being patient. We're waiting for price action to do what price action going to do. But yes, lower low is what we're looking for. What's the returns in the Discord group? If you're worried about that, don't join the Discord group. All right. Watch my streams. See how much money I make. All right. I got stopped out on ETH last night because I moved my stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. We've talked about it. Why did you do it? Leverage. Max leverage all day. All day. All right. I'm just going to start leaning into it now. XRP 25x. Link 25x. Bitcoin 50x. All right. And I'm probably one of the only YouTubers you're seeing consistently win with 25x, 50x leverage. Because I know what I'm doing. Use the calculators. How do I join the Discord group? You got to go through the Patreon in the description. Can you show us how you look for a position? That's all I've been doing, man. That's all I've been doing. Where you been at? Where you been? Catch up. All right. I'm looking for ABCs. I'm looking for downtrends that turn into uptrends. I'm looking for downtrends. All right. And those create called A's. All right. Now, typically on the C wave, we might have something that looks like this. All right. ABC on the C. All right. This is all a single downtrend broken into 3 trends. I'm looking for a lower low. All right. I need criteria in order to enter. If I don't have it, I don't have a trade. People go, why don't you just go long? Because I don't have a stop loss. If I don't have a stop loss, I can't maximize my leverage. If I can't maximize my leverage, I can't maximize my profit. If I can't maximize my profit and I'm losing this over below a certain number of trades, I cannot be long-term successful. All right. So I need lower lows. I need higher highs. If I don't get them, I don't got to trade. If you're going to join my Discord hoping to make money piggybacking off of my calls, do not join my Discord, BMG Mark. Don't do it. All right. You're joining for the community. Last night I spent, 6 hours in there talking to people, answering questions, having a great time. You get into contact with people that know how to spot these setups. And if I'm not live streaming, yes, I'll throw you a bone and tell you what I'm looking at in the market. But do not join my group looking for a moneymaker. I'm not here to put in the work for you. Don't act like that. All right. Hey, Kai, you might check out EdSheet for tracking trades. At this point, I'm too deep. All right. Obviously, I would love to switch, but I'm too deep in it. Like I said, I'm just doing this for mostly my psychology. I know there's probably better websites than TraderSync. I know there's probably cheaper websites than TraderSync. But I paid the money so that it kind of forces me psychologically to go and put in the work and track the trades. My account is $1,000. Should I be risking 1% with ABC setups? 1% is a good risk, all right? But here's the thing, all right? You see me taking multiple setups across 4 or 5 different coins sometimes, all right? I'm using 0.25% risk. So if I lose all 5 trade setups, I lose around, 1.25% risk, all right? That is what I'm doing, all right? If you are using 1% risk, you cannot take multiple trade setups. You would just be trading one coin. So if you want to take multiple trade setups, you have to use less risk. Because until we get the actual statistics of what this long term, over the course of months, has in terms of win ratio versus average R&R, I cannot tell you without pretty much bullshitting you what is the actual percentage that you could use logistically. So I'm always going to recommend the bottom of the barrel. Do you keep USDT or crypto on Bybit? I'm using USDT pretty much 100% on the account. Never go full Kelly. Never go full Kelly. I started some intensive ABC study today. That's not a question. You said question. I started some intensive ABC study today. So I'm guessing you're going to ask me a question. Ask the question. Do you recommend a flight takeoff strategy using small or micro holders? Here's the thing. Like if you got a working strategy already, such as ABC, and you do want to possibly push the limits, take a very small percentage of your portfolio and try to press that gas pedal. All right, but don't act like that's your way out of poverty. That's all. All right, so if you got $1,000, I would say use $50 to try to do a flight takeoff strategy, but now is not even close. Like, the only time that I would recommend a flight takeoff strategy is when we break 65K and we're back in a price discovery market. How often do I stream trade? Whenever. I've been streaming this last week, but that's usually not the case, man. I've been having fun. We've been doing good. I am not going to be on pretty much all of next week. And at the end of the month, I'm not going to be on all of that week. When did I start trading? Pretty much the day I turned 18. And I'm 21 and a half now. Oh my gosh, US 30, US 30. What? What do you want me to do? Well, it looks like you got an A, a B, and a C. That becomes your A, and this becomes your B. So I would suspect you got an A and a B, and you're looking for a C. I would wait to put in a higher high, and when price slips back down below this level, I would go short. Where to? Well, this is the problem. I play in crypto markets. I don't know if it applies the same here, but right here, when you put in that higher high, I believe in these types of markets, you're looking to take a trade and maybe hold on to it for a little bit longer. So I would take your short there. But in this type of market, I would just be looking for ABC pullbacks and then holding on to the longs. I wouldn't even be trying to short this market, because right here you have a perfect ABC long setup, A, B, C. And then you take the long from right here, boom, you hold on to it. Right here, A, B, C. Take the long setup, hold on to it. This one came a little bit faster, but A, B, C. Take the long, hold on to it. Right here, A, B, C. Take the long, hold on to it. Just wait for those ABC pullbacks and then long the hell out of those. That's what I would do if I was playing US 30. James Holt, do you have any quick tips or hints to help someone that overtrades when they are unsure if there's a setup not? Go to the 15-minute time frame. Completely zoom out. You know, obviously you can zoom in a little bit. And ask yourself the question, is there a simple and clear setup that I can trust is going to bring me profit in front of my face right now? And if it takes you more than 5 seconds to spot that setup, there's probably not one there. So when I go to BTC and I ask that question, it's a clear and resounding no. There is no clear setup on BTC that is going to give me secure profit, and I can easily see. When I go to Ethereum, I can see very clearly what the setup is, where I should take it, and what the profit should be without even touching my mouse and keyboard. All right, that is what you need to do. You go, I have a big A, I have a big B, and we are working on a small A, small B, and we are waiting for a lower low. All right, now I can go ahead and I can kind of estimate, mark out what the trade is going to be. People go, well, you can't do it ahead of time. God, I don't understand people's brains and how they work. You stuck in the past or something? All right, so I know that I want to take the trade off of this line. I just need to put in a lower low first. All right, and I'm going to be targeting. You know, if we put in a new high or a new low here, I'm used to shorting the past couple of days, my bad, then we should be targeting relatively around this area. Now, like I said, it's not that big of an R&R because this is the B pullback, and I do think that once we're towards the top of that area, we could possibly take another short to the downside. I'm sorry I'm touching my nose a lot. I got allergies, and I had my window open this morning trying to get some fresh air. Jesus. I need to blow my nose, but I don't have any napkins. What streaming platform do I use? I use Streamlabs, OBS. What do you short? Luna? What does Luna look like? I don't know if I would personally short it. All right. But, I mean, if you want to go crazy, hey, go crazy. This is an ABC setup right here. That would be a good place to short from. Now, if you continue beyond that point, don't short. You got to wait for another ABC short setup. But Luna, let's look at Luna's past. Has Luna done well with ABC structures? Yeah, kind of. A, B, C, pullback. And then that turned into A, B, A, B, C. Long position right there. Right here we got A, B, C, A. And then B, and then A, B, C, A, B, C, C. Good short position there. Luna had some pretty good short setups and long setups. So, I mean, my thing is this is too skinny. There's no separation of price structure, but sometimes that does happen. All right, and then we'll form later. Right here, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. You take a long here. Luna's had some good setups. So right here, what I can see is we got an A, B, C. That turns into a big A. Depending on how you want to read this, it could either be this is the A, this is the B, and then this is the A, B, C, and we're in the final C wave, and we're towards the top of it. All right, but I would say if there's any place to short Luna, it would be from right here. Yeah, I've been training for almost a year. I would consider myself an intermediate trader, but I don't know how to get to the next level. Can you suggest me some books, advanced books, and strategies? You know what I learned? Getting to the next level in trading was taking a step backwards, right? Finding a more advanced and complicated strategy is not going to make you a more profitable trader. What makes you a more profitable trader is finding something that works consistently and is simple to do. All right, now you might go, well, Austin, if everything worked consistently and was simple to do, everybody would do it. No, that's not true, actually. All right, everybody thinks that the more complicated shit makes you more money, when in reality, it might short term, but the people that can consistently do this every single day with like a simple strategy, even though they might be not making the most profit, they're going to be in the market longer and be able to sustain a portfolio for compounding. Compounding is where the real money is, not the short-term growth in the account. So, you can check out Harmonic Elliott Wave by Ian Copsley, but just know that a lot of information in that book is actually pretty useless to how I trade. All right? Why don't you add a 0.441 fib so you can clear... Yeah, I guess you're right, but it just doesn't matter to me. You said on ETH, other short to the downside. Can you please? Well, I mean, I'm speaking in the future here. We don't have a correct setup, but we got an A, a B, and a C to the downside. All right, we're still waiting on a lower low right here to long it. All right, I'm waiting for a lower low, but I'm going to be longing this level if we do happen to come back above it. All right, and then we're probably going to have something that looks like this. A, B, C, and that's going to turn into a big A, a big B, and a big C. So if we can short this, we could make some good money. Only problem is you can't always count on a lower low. All right. And then after that, I do think that we're going to have a pretty gnarly push to the upside. All right. Is Theta on Bybit? Like, if I'm in the mood, I'll look at your guys' altcoins, but come on, guys. If I don't set up limitations, it's just going to be altcoin city all the time. All right, if it's on Bybit, I'll take a look at it. Can I take a look at ETC? Yeah, ETC has a really good setup on it. It's the same exact thing as Ethereum. About a 5.89 restored ratio. And you can see ETC actually looks a lot different than most coins. You can see very large A and an A, B, C. And then we are currently in the ABC right here. We're looking for an uptrend. So very possibly this could be a launching pad very soon for ETC. Is there a reason you do not play both longs and shorts in this market where the ABC plays out? What? There is times where I will hedge the market if the market calls for it. But that being said, if you're saying like, why don't I take a breakout long if my short on an ABC setup doesn't work? Because the R&R on most of those breakout trades are absolute garbage. And there's no guarantee of where it's going to go. You have absolutely no clue where it's going to go. So you're just chilling now waiting for the setup? Exactly. Ain't nothing to do when there's nothing to do. All right, people that scrounge their charts and try to find something to get into, you got an addiction. Stop it. I have not done a tutorial on Elliott Wave and Fibonacci setups. On my Discord, I do have a private video talking about the ABC method and kind of just my thoughts. It's about a 40-minute video. What happened to your Meow coin? I made about 200%. Have you ever considered diversifying the strategy from one more simple entry that would be more profitable in a trending market? Well, we're not in the trending market, are we? If the all-time high is broken and the bull market resumes, would you use ETH USD? Possibly. If we're looking at long, big ABC pullbacks, I would probably transfer some into perpetual. Got any more of those trades, huh? Got any of those traits? You hodl any coins long term? Monero, ETH, and BTC. I have a little bit of altcoins, but nothing major that's worth mentioning besides those three. Could you further explain your ABC strategy, please? You wait for price action to make a downtrend. You wait for price action to make an uptrend. You wait for price action to make a downtrend. And then you're hoping to see a lower low. And then you long the previous local low. All right? Very simple. I don't need price action to show you how it works. All right? Right here, this is what a long setup looks like, or a short setup. And this is what a long setup looks like. Okay? Price action is going up, 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 up. Price action is going down, 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 down. Price action is going up, 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 up. It puts in a higher high. And then when it comes back below the previous high, you short. Price action is going down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. And then it comes back above this line. And then you long. All right? And then you take all three trends involved. And you target between the 0.382 and the 0.5. All right? For the short setup, that would be right here. For the long setup, that would be right here. Okay? Now, price action comes in threes. Everything good comes in threes. So, sometimes you might have a big A, a big B, and then you might have a small a, a small b, and a small c. All right? So you can take your short setup from here, take all three trends involved, and then target the 0.382. So in reality, the setup looks like this, right? Because three trends are one trend. Right? So I'm reading this as an A, B, C, but in reality, it probably looks something like this. Okay? Same thing to the downside. And sometimes you might have an A, B, C, and then an A, or a B, my bad, and then just a big C with nothing up here. All right? Sometimes it does suck. Sucks to suck. That's why we have multiple different coins. So when BTC looks like absolute garbage, and there is absolutely no way for me to really... If you are longing BTC or shorting BTC at this point in time, you are gambling. All right, there's no clear setup on BTC, but you people go, well, what about this ABC right here? Oh my God, you gotta be joking right now. All right, there's which ABC do you want to pick, man? Which one? Hey, come on, be real with yourself. If you're playing this price action right here, you're gambling. All right. There's so many other better options. You just have to be a little bit more patient. But people go, well, what if it starts pumping and I miss my chance? Oh my God, man. What if on a downtrend the C is above the B? Does that still count? Oh, if the C is above the B, the C cannot be above the B, right? The C can be above the A, and I think that's what you're talking about, all right? If there's an A and a B and a C, all right? Let me do this. A, B, C, all right? If you're talking about this, yeah, those exist. Those are called ABC flat corrections, or in layman terms, double bottoms and double tops. And then you're going to go, well, Austin, how do I capitalize on double bottoms and double tops? If it's to a large enough degree, such as like something like this, right? Sometimes you might get an ABC setup right here that allows you to short this. All right. Hopefully that's the case. If not, you're going to miss the trade. Hopefully you're okay with that. All right. Now, last night, before BTC looked anything like what it looks like right now, I did take 2 entries. I don't... Let's see, hold on. I don't know where my entries are. I don't know, but I took 2 entries. I took one right here. And that was it. I took 2 entries right here. Because we had an A that was very clear, a B that was very clear, and a C that was very clear. So as long as we were above that line, I was willing to hedge my bets. At this point in time, we were still in the Ethereum short, the LTC short, and we're still in the XRP and the Link short. All right. So I was using this to hedge my bets. All right. But once we fell below that line, I let it go because there's no point in longing this after we're below that line. Right. Infinite different ways to trade, different indicators, whether... So please do not mislead people with those words. Peace. Okay. Any idea why Bybit would close my long on BTC? Liquidation price was 12K. I can't understand it. Any idea why Bybit would close my long on BTC? Were you okay? The only other option I could see. Did you have are you on inverse perpetual? And then did you have a long open, but then you were trying to take a hedge short? Because that's just going to cancel out your long. Hey, bro. Hope you're well. Been watching for a few streams. Starting to easily see your strategy. Loving it so far. Just a question on moving your stop into profit. We've been over this a couple times. I don't move my stop. One, from the perspective of I am being absolutely 100% honest that if I lose that money, I will be 100% okay. All right. People that are lying to themselves, different story. All right, because if you just didn't start off with trading, you'd be like, I'm okay if I lose this, but you're not. You're not. Don't lie to yourself. All right. And 2, the way that I play the ABC setup, all right, it's an if this and that statement. If I am above or below the if this and that statement, whether I'm going long or short, I have absolutely every single reason in the world to believe that I'm going to continue to my take profit. So by putting your stop loss in that area where price action, you have to give price action room to work its way around to get to your take profit. All right? If you start getting antsy because it's taking a day, 2 days, 3 days to reach your take profit, how are you ever going to expect to get out of a trade in profit? And now, just because you end up in the green doesn't mean that you're going to be long-term profitable. How do you grow your $100 accounts? Because it's low to begin with and it takes a long time. All right, let me show you this. I thought it was going to pop up on my search bar here. All right. So let's say that I have $100 and I'm winning 8 risk-reward ratio trades and I'm winning them 16% of the time. Let's say that I'm using 0.5% of a risk. Let's say that over the course of 3 months, I can take 500 trades. So 2,000 trades over the course of the year. All right, starting from $100, if I am winning 16% of my trades, meaning out of 100 times that I enter long or short, I'm only walking away with 16 times where I'm in the green, right? But as long as that is above an 8 every single time that I do so, all right, within the year, that's embarrassing. Hold on. What happened? I think I broke the calculator because that all says 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let me try to run it again. Hold on. Let me try 500. I broke the calculator. Is it something up with this? There we go. I think it's just because it's starting from 100. Let's do 200. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Okay. I don't know why it didn't work with $100. That's, I don't know why that doesn't work out. But all right, back to 2,000. So unfortunately, I can't give you a $100 estimate, but I can give you a $200 estimate. All right. With a 16% win chance and 8-to-1 odds, over the course of 2,000 entries, if you were to do that in a year, using 0.5% risk, within the year, you could comfortably make $18,000. Does that sound good to you? So here's the problem. Here's the problem for people's psychology. Look at the profit log here. You're losing 7 trades in a row, losing $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, only to win 8. $1, $1, $1, 8. This time we won 4 in a row. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Minus 1, 8. Right here, you went on a loss streak for literally like almost 15 trades. All right. So this is the problem with small accounts. People don't like the grind. All right. They love the thought of an end result such as $18,000. But the grind to get there, they can't even fathom that. So, you tell me. Hey Kai, what tool are you using when you're drawing continuous trend lines? All right, over here you can see right here, it's stay in drawing mode. That way when I click, 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 I don't have to, go back, go back, go back. Well, yeah, like I would like to, that's what we're trying to prove. Right now, we got a 23% win ratio. All right, so we're doing good. So we just got to continue seeing what it's like in all different types of markets. Because in like an extremely sideways market, it could have an incredibly higher win percentage. In a aggressive bull market, you might have to slightly shift the strategy to just taking the ABC pullbacks and then holding on to the longs. Or vice versa on a bear market. Well, that's what we're going to find out here. I'm completely new to leverage trading. Could you explain how to start? If you want to be someone that survives, as someone put it last night, which I really liked, basically like all the people that are new to trading and leverage trading are like baby sea turtles that just popped up on the beach and they're trying to get to the ocean, but then the birds and stuff kill them. All right. If you want to be a turtle that makes it to the ocean, you're going to need a couple different tool sets. All right. Don't start by listening to somebody going, this is how you trade. This is how you be successful in terms of trading strategy. All right. You need trading principles. All right. Those trading principles are, how do you calculate leverage based off of risk, right? And then also, what is safe risk to use, which is the Kelly Criterion calculator. And then finding, after you have those down and you understand what those are good for and how those play into risk reward ratios on trades, you need to go find a trading strategy that you can, one, find out what is the average win percentage, and two, what is the average takeaway from the market. If I put in $50 into the market, can I walk away with 150? That's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. All right. If you can find that, now you can start incorporating that into your data and you keep trucking from there. All right. Don't go find a person with a strategy first. Find a person that knows what they're talking about when it comes to trading principles, the mathematics of trading. All right. Not calculus. It's simple multiplication and division. If you ain't got those skills, you ain't got those skills. I'm sorry, bro. Ryan, what's going on, buddy? Can you show an example of a target for a long in a bull run? All right, let's use BTC as an example. All right, so you can see every single time that BTC had a pullback, all right, it always pulls back in an ABC format. ABC, 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 ABC. So I think you get the point. All right. So we can just go long once we get back above the A's. As long as we are above the A, we can hold on to a long position. All right. So right here, let's say theoretically that I entered long with a 1% stop loss on BTC. I probably would have gotten stopped out, I would say 2 to 4 times. But let's say that we hold on to this trade position until we see an ABC telling us to get out of the market. All right. So we wait on a larger time frame for an uptrend that breaks into a downtrend, that breaks into an uptrend, and then we go back below that local high. So let's say that after that, we take our profit on BTC. That is a 93 risk reward ratio trade. 93. If I'm willing to lose $200, I make a casual $18,000. Sound good? So if I was risking $200, yeah, I lost $800 trying to get the entry, but then I make $18,000. So you can see where I'm not too upset about losing money initially when I'm getting into trades. Guy, do you think 0.5% risk is too much for a $3,000 account? No, I think 0.5% risk is a very healthy risk percentage. Now, if you're doing that across 5 different trade setups, that's a different story. Do you think that your method can somehow... So, many people have talked about trying to automate it, or why have I not automated it? One, I don't know how to. And two, I don't think it would work quite well because bots would probably overtrade. I know when to sit out of the market, say with BTC, for example. I don't think a bot could see price action the same way I do, if that makes any sense. How to calculate risk. All right. After you find a trading strategy that you can back test or real-time test. So like right now, out of the many, many different trades I've entered over the past couple of days, we have a 23% win ratio. So what we can do is we can go to what's called a Kelly Criterion calculator. Kelly criterion is a logarithmic curve basically saying if I have this amount of a win percentage and this amount of odds, all right, this is the optimal place to sit for profit and to not go bust in the market. All right. So if I have a 23% win chance, and every single time that I am walking away with money, I'm walking away with a 7-to-1 odds. All right. If I'm going what's called full Kelly, which is the optimal place to sit. Let me show you what the Kelly curve looks like. Kelly curve. That's not what it looks like. Kelly criterion curve. All right. This is the Kelly curve. All right. It's the optimal place to sit. All right. This is full Kelly right here. It's on the cusp of being insane and aggressive. All right. We sit over here. We sit like right here. That's the safe place. Especially in crypto. Because one, in crypto, even the conservative is going to make you some crazy cash. All right. So with a 23% win chance and 7-to-1 odds, it's telling us that about 12% of our portfolio is safe as a risk. Like I said, we are in crypto, things are incredibly volatile, and we are dumbass monkey humans. So do you think that you should use full Kelly? Say it with me. Don't use full Kelly. All right. So I would say at maximum, we can use 0.25% Kelly, a quarter Kelly. All right. 3% risk sounds about right. Me personally, I use even less than that. So at your disposal, find out what's good for you. Okay, what's your opinion on the Ikamuchu indicator? Instead of using, I don't use Ichimutu. It's a cloud. I'm just gonna call it cloud trading. I don't use it. I've checked it out once in the past, but I don't it doesn't call my name, so to speak. Sorry, in my mind, I thought you said you went full R. Kelly. Which strategies have you tried on the market and didn't work for you? I've tried GON trading, which it gives me a good inkling of where price action is going to go, but making good trades off of it was doable, but not insanely doable. I've tried Market Cipher. You can be successful with Market Cipher, but I think there's a lot of headaches that come along with it because there's so much going on, and you can second guess yourself more than you would like to. And it's very hard to turn it into a robotic system. That's the one thing. I've tried simple range trading where I wait for price action. Really good example of it is if I go back to where I was actually trading that type of system. All the way back here. And I go all the way back there. Let me go to the 1 hour. All right. All the way back here. All right. I was doing simple range trading. So I would let price action come up and I would let price action come down. And I would go, okay, this is my top and this is my bottom. All right. I would short the top and I would long the bottom. That's literally all I would do. And then when we got into these triangle pinches, I would hedge trade. So like right here, this was a triangle pinch. I set up a short and a long with my stop loss on the outsides of both sides of this. Right here, same thing. Top, bottom, short the top, long the bottom. Right here, triangle pinch, you can hedge trade. All right, just some of the ways I used to trade in the past. Then over here, that's when I really started to get into the more of the mathematical, because I was trying to plan for a really crazy challenge I was going to do. So I started to learn a lot more about just the maximum usage of risk to its fullest potential. And then over here, breakout trading was the way to go. Mad, just stupid money. But then, I started incorporating more Elliott wave. And then we, over time, simplified Elliott wave. What's your opinion on Chip coin? It's absolute garbage. On your calculator, can we adjust the margin to work for multiple trades? Absolutely. So we gave the example of this. All right. Let's say that I want to take a trade on BTC. Typically, I'm going to be using around a 1% to 1.5% stop loss to a 0.5%. So if I'm using 1% of my portfolio as margin, and I'm willing to lose 25% of that 1%, all right, my portfolio at risk is 0.25%. All right, if I have a 0.5% stop loss, I'm using 50x leverage. If I have a 1% stop loss, I'm using 25x leverage. So I'm willing to lose the same exact amount. So regardless of if I'm using 50x leverage or if I'm using 25x leverage, I'm going to make the same amount. Actually, no, not right. All right, because I am lessening my stop loss, I am willing to be more risky in the market, so therefore the market will reward me for that risk. All right. So my leverage is increasing. Now, what I was talking about before, like if this was the same setup, but I changed the margin size. So like, let's say I was using 5 times the amount of margin, right? Now I can reduce my risk by 5x. So now I'm risking 5 times the amount of my portfolio. All right, not risking, but I'm using 5 times the amount of my portfolio. But I can reduce the risk from that margin by 5 times as well. So I'm still only going to lose $100. So now my leverage is 5, but I'm going to make the same exact amount of money. Does that make sense? All right. I'm using more money, so therefore I don't have to borrow as much from Bybit. All right. If I'm using less money, I have to borrow more. The fees are negligible. If you do it right, you're going to be making so much more money than what the fees are going to cost you. Don't even worry about it. What strategy were you using with Market Cipher? The VWAP. Literally, like the only thing I was using on Market Cipher was the VWAP. Just because it was either on or off, above or below. It was the only thing that was consistent. Money flow, you're going to go, oh, money flow is in the green, so I should be long, but that's not necessarily the case. And like money flow start going down, so you're like, I should short, but then it starts going up. The blue waves, I don't know why you would want waves. I don't know why you wouldn't just use RSI, which is essentially the same thing as the waves. All it's telling you is where the divergences are. The RSI on Market Cipher is either on or off. It's either at the ceiling or the floor, which there's no information to be gathered from that. The stochastic RSI, I have no clue what the hell that was telling me, to be honest with you. Market Cipher is a hot mess. All right. Anybody that needs that many indicators to trade doesn't need to trade. How much were you risking when you started the $100 account? All of it. The first trade, I was willing to lose the entire account, but then I 5x the account, and I dropped the risk down by 5x. So now I can make the same exact amount of money the next trade, but now I'm only risking 20% of my portfolio. Now the account's worth $1,000. Then I can drop the risk down to 10%, all the way up to 10 grand. Once it gets to 10 grand, I drop it down to 5%. Once it gets to 50 grand, I drop it down to 2.5%. I keep going. ETC showing a good long setup? I believe so. We've been over it. Now, it's not like a Wunderbar setup, right? It's like a 5.8 risk-reward ratio trade. Not too shabby. But that's pretty much all we're going to get out of most of these coins with the current state of the market. All right, don't spam me. Don't spam me. What strategy do you recommend? Algorithm or a VSA or Elliott? I don't know what you mean by algorithm or VSA, so I'm going to pick Elliott. What was the winning 5x trade? It was a double bottom breakout. What is the smallest R&R you take on a trade? I'd say 6, maybe a 5 sometimes. It depends. Like if I have an accompanying amount of trades, I'm willing to take lower setups, but I usually like a lot larger. What's my strategy right now? ABC setups. Tell us your setup when you're entering your current trade. Oh my God, you little spoon feeder. Little spoon fed guy. In a little bit, Joshua, in a little bit. He's being good right now, and I don't get a whole lot of time when he's being the way he is. Can you explain the Kite RNG file? Basically, it's just to run simulations. All right, imagine that every single time that you click this play button, there's an alternate universe where you are trading with a strategy that has that exact win chance and risk-reward ratio, and you are grinding for days, weeks, months, years. So, if I got $1,000 and on average I'm winning 15% of my trades, and I hit an 8-to-1 R&R on average, if I'm using 0.25% risk, we can see how we're going to make money, all right? Over time, we are constantly grinding up that ladder. Sometimes we're losing money, sometimes we're winning money. We can even up this 200 every time we click. Boom, 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 boom. And someone in the comments was like, Austin, the calculator is broken because every single time I run the calculator, it's a different number. Crazy. Very crazy. I wonder why. Come on, man. Let's use some critical thought here. Each spin of the wheel is independent of others. Can you develop the strategy that you will put in place for your next Oh my God. Don't know what to say to that. Surely it's not worth going long at the moment due to BTC. Do you always take BTC's move? I'm not saying that BTC is not going to go up. I am saying that there is no place for me to possibly long BTC from. All right. Major difference. I am sure that once most of these other coins put in their lower lows and get back above their last local lows, there is going to be a move to the upside on BTC. How many viewers do we have? Oh my Christ. Okay. Ave looking swell. Let's take a look at Ave. What's Ave doing? Where's Ave at? Oh, there it is. Ave looks good. What's the R&R? Downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. I just did that completely opposite because we've been shorting so much over the past couple of days. I am so sorry. Take everything that I just said in the last 15 seconds and reverse it. Oh yeah, it's a 6. That's not bad. Let me get my arsenal. Let me pick my Pokemon to run with in the next couple of hours / day. Ave with its 6 restored ratio looks good. Thank you very much, Mr. Crypto. Matic, I think, is a very high potential. Let's see. Depending on where we find that bottom at. All right, let's see. 1%. Matic looks like a 6.5. So Ave and Matic are good choices. EOS? Nah, not EOS. I like to play sushi, but it just doesn't look appetizing to me, to be honest. So Matic, Ave, Ethereum. And there was another coin, right? That I was looking at. And I think LTC as well might be a good option. So I think that's what I'm gonna add to my favorites to keep a track of. Matic. And then Ave. XEM. I see it. I'll see. Because it does look good. We got an A. We got a B. A, B. The problem is we already put in the lower low. So, I mean, I guess we would call this the A. And then this is the B. I'll keep an eye on it. It looks good. We'll see. Show us an example of your strategy, bro. Well, shit. Been doing that for the past, what feels like 9 days in a row for 8 hours straight, every single day. All right. I just showed you. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want from me? Jesus. How do you know where to place your fib levels? When you start from the top and bottom of the structure. XMR. What about it? What about the XMR? Ain't nothing to see here. Keep XMR out your mouth. Where are you from, Austin? I am from the East Coast of the United States. Is it possible to turn 20K into $1 million in 9 years? I hope so. If it takes you that long, you're doing something wrong. All right, maybe I asked a bad question. In order and only follow you on YouTube, but I think you guys are a good trader. Do you have a Discord or Telegram where I can learn more? I do have a Discord. All right. It's not a call group, but it's in the description of the video. You can go through Patreon. I see YouTubers, Fibonacci people using Fib retracements from the breakout point and not the full bottom. What do you think it is? From the breakout point. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't even know what you mean by that. So it's just ABC. You're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. It's just ABC. That's all it is. It brings a tear to my eye every time. It's just ABC. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that entry. Not gonna lie. XRP was a headache because you got A, B, C, entered short off of that. But then it become an A, B, C. I entered short off of that. Bro, why are you drawing ABC after big ABC? Because everything comes in threes, bro. Everything comes in threes. All right, so like right here. People go, Austin, how in the hell do you just go A, B, C? You're skipping over all of this juicy price action. How is that just an ABC? Well, let's go ahead and go through it with you real quick. Up at just an ABC. Well, let's go ahead and go through it with you real quick. Up, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. Right? Now we start grouping. Anywhere where you see a downtrend that starts with 3, so like right here, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, we can delete all of those lines. And that is a full trend, right? Right here, we have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. We can delete all of those lines. And that turns into a full trend, right? Right here, we have downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, right? That's 3 lines. We can turn that into a full trend, all right? So now we're left with this. So we have a couple different options on how we're going to perceive this, because obviously you could say downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. That's the 3. I usually go in chronological order. All right, that's what I like to do. All right, so right here, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. That turns into a full trend. We delete these 3 lines. We're left with downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. We delete these 3 lines and we turn them into a single trend. You see how I'm doing that? Now, the longer you do this, the faster you're going to get at it. And you don't have to sit there and do that process. I just look at it and I can see it. So, if we are in the C wave of this downtrend right here, and we can see that we have an A and a B wave, right? And we are in the C wave, we can go long off of this level, hoping for a full reversal of the entire pattern. And that is exactly what I did. We longed Link, ETC, and Ethereum from these local lows. Everything pretty much had the same exact setup. And then we took profit, right? That's how we do it. Adam, check 88, please. I'll be honest with you, man. 88 does not look saucy at all right now. All right. There is absolutely... ADA has absolutely nothing clear on it at all. The only thing that I can see is we have an uptrend and a downtrend, and we are still in an uptrend, technically. I do think that we would like to put in a higher high if you want to go short. But, I mean, in the past, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, you can short from right here. It would have been a freaking headache, but you could have done it. Right here, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. That one would have been a very nice setup, I won't lie. Right here, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. That would have been a decent setup. You probably would have had a headache right there. In the past, we've seen downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. We've seen some decent setups on ADA. I just don't see anything right now in particular. That's all. There's nothing special. If you say you have a trading secret, then what is that? I don't have a trading secret. But if I had a trading secret, it's being smart with your money. That's all. You know, don't think that this is just easy. Don't think that you're going to walk in with a simple indicator and dominate the market. You got to understand what goes into good trading, and that's a lot of statistics. Because if you want to play the charts the way I play it, you got to approach it from a mathematical standpoint. I don't look at news articles. I'm not trying to guess where the market's going to move based off of market sentiment. I'm playing probability to its finest. Nobody else in this market exists. Just me and this chart. This chart is randomly generated every single day for my enjoyment. All right, and I am playing against the chart. Nobody else. All right, there's nobody to blame for my successes. There's nobody to blame for my failures. And I keep going. That's how I trade. That's my secret. I'm delusional. That's my secret. Do you always take BTC move? No, I don't just take BTC's movements, taking the entire market's movements. All right? Because BTC is not the only determining factor. If it was, the market would be bullish yesterday because we had a bullish setup on BTC. But I said Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, many different other coins in the market are still bearish. So even though BTC is bullish, I can't really say that we're going to pump because the majority of the market is bearish. All right. I don't just look at BTC. I look at everything. Are there any patterns you pay mind to? Head and shoulders, cup and handle. On a macro scale, I will pay attention to an Adam and Eve. But there's not many patterns that I pay attention to on smaller time frames now. How you handle ABC pattern on XRP? Well, we can see we have a gigantic A, gigantic B, and we're in a C. What time frames do you use most on the ABC? Time frame doesn't matter. The perspective you hold on trends matters. All right. So I could be on the 5-minute, but be tracking a daily trend. All right. What matters is if you are not adept at maintaining control over your own perspective, I would say don't go to a chart lower than a 15-minute time frame. All right. That way it's forcing you to look at larger trends, whether you like it or not. Now, don't get me wrong. Even on a 15-minute time frame, people can be crackheads. All right. Because my chart will look like this Whereas somebody else's chart might look like this. And they're trying to trade this. They're like, Austin, but you don't see the ABC right there. Do you see it? Do you see it? Because I see it. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. That ABC, that's so much profit. Oh my God, man, you little crackhead. You got rashes on your neck, don't you? Do I stream 24/7? Golly gee, I would lose my shit. No, I do not. Does news or buy the rumor play into your take profits? Absolutely not. Like I said, there is no news. There is no other people buying or selling Bitcoin. It's just me in this chart. Has absolutely no room in my head. Do you have a prediction for the market? I think that over the course of the next couple of weeks, we're going to proceed to the $47,000 region. And then we are going to have a very drastic pullback trying to retest 29K or even lower. People are going to be crying manipulation, and they're going to be just little babies. And then they're going to be so uber short because they think we're going to some sort of hyper bear market. And then if we do happen to put in a lower low than 29K, we are going to get back above 29K. And then we are going to proceed into another wave of a bull market, possibly putting in a higher high than 65,000. And my bet would be somewhere around the 140K mark for BTC. Does that get your giblets pumping? Coping with goofy questions? I don't have one. I should develop one because I'm losing my mind. Slowly. Over time. How about starting a new $1,000 to $100,000 challenge? Let me guess, you got $1,000 and you want to follow every single trade that I do so that you make $100,000, huh? Is that it? Why can't I just trade money? Because the percentages are the same. Percentages are going to be the same. Doesn't change anything. Kite, Link didn't put in a higher high. Was that grounds for no trade, bro? Link did put in a higher high. What are you talking about? You're losing track. You're losing perspective. That tells me that you're only paying attention to this small trend right here. You ain't paying attention to the big daddy. You're going to miss out on some profit. No, I'm not saying that it is going to get down there. I'm just saying that's the biggest trade setup that we have at the moment that's going to yield the highest amount of profit and still be stable. If you're focused on little dogs like that, you're not going to be making a lot. Okay, looking at XRP, if I used ABC, I would get stopped out once on the double top, but then re-enter. Yes. Absolutely. If you're not willing to get stopped out, you're not going to make money. All right. Trading in the zone put it very well. Think of getting stopped out as spending. It's like operating cost. It's overhead. It's like you run a restaurant and you're buying ingredients, right? You might not sell all of your ingredients and you might be at a net negative. But if you didn't buy them in the first place, how could you ever hope to make a profit? What strategy would you say is best for a beginner? I would like to say ABC, but take your pick of the litter. Everybody on YouTube says they got the right way to trade. I'm lagging. I'm on my mesh network. And it says 0 dropped frames on my side. So I'm assuming that it's YouTube. Let me bring this over here. Ain't nothing I can do. I see the chat. I see it. There's nothing I can do. There's absolutely nothing I can do. Huh. I don't know if it's ever going to fix itself. I haven't changed anything. My internet's still working. I'm not dropping any frames on my side. So I have no clue. Give me 1 second. I'll see what's going on. I don't know if it's fixed or not. It's still telling me YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming. But it is. It shows the same exact amount of kilobits going out. It says my stream quality is good. So it's legit only on... I don't know what's going on. Okay. Moving forward. I don't know what happened. Can you tell how much at most should we zoom in on the 50-minute time frame? Do you want me to control your life for you? I don't know, man. Just don't be a crackhead. That's all. I can't tell you exactly what's too much and what's too little. All I'm saying is maintain a larger perspective on price action. That's it. That's all. That's all you got to do. Ever thought about playing an instrument? Yeah, but I'm just not too good at it. Ever gonna do courses? I don't think so. Do I play Pokemon Go? No. I have in the past. It's just, it gets old. It gets old eventually. I've never done it, but if you are in a long setup and back under the A, does that mean you have a case for a short? If you want a breakout trade, I guess, but me, no. No, I don't. It doesn't mean you have a short. What method do you use to learn? Books. What are you staring at? My screen? The thing I use to read your guys' questions? I don't know. Who is my mentor? Ian Copsley, Edward Thorpe, Crown Crypto, Filicone, the primordial energy of the universe. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of mentors. Can you tell me how to eat and drink, please? I'm dying. Dude, I'm so sorry, but survival of the fittest, man. What is the best ABC setup? I recognize a lot of ABCs, but which is true? Well, it's kind of a gamble. You're going to have to take a guess on some of them. Or not a guess, but you're going to have to take a chance on some of them. All right, there is no magical ABC setup that is always going to work out. If there was, you know, I would be screaming from the rooftops right now. I'm telling everybody I'm the best in the world. But sometimes you get simple ABC setups like that. Boom, hits the .382. You take two. But then you go, Austin, but how do I take a short and then take profit, and I want to immediately go long because big profit, big money, big gains. All right. Calm down. Calm down. Take it one day at a time. When do you know where the C ends? You don't. You don't until you do. Isn't that crazy? All right. If I have an A and a B and a C, theoretically, within this C wave, there should be an A, a B, and a C. I will never, ever, ever pretend to know what the tippy top of the C is going to be. But after an A and a B is formed, and we put in a higher high, as long as price action is below the original A right here, we can presume the top of the C is in, and we are at the top. We have completed the C wave on an ABC structure while being in a C structure. So therefore, we can presume that we are going to be completing the entirety of the structure and moving down to the .382 to .5 region. Does that make sense? If not, roll back the clip. There ain't nothing else to it. There ain't nothing to be seen on ADA, man. I'm sorry. Was joking. How old are you? I'm 21. For example, my question earlier of using fibs as breakouts is Crown Crypto's video with Fibbo Swanny. Is it on his YouTube channel? I'll look at it over here, because I don't know what you mean by fibs on breakouts. I don't know. I don't see a YouTube video. Oh, professional trader Fibbo Swanny on Fibonacci strategies. He's taking the extensions. I see what you're talking about. So you're talking about 1.618 breakouts. Those are fine. But that's not what I'm looking for with my strategy. Because in a sideways market, counting on extensions every single trade is going to get you into trouble, my dude. Get you into big trouble. Now, in a price discovery market, right, Fibonacci extensions make absolutely perfect sense, right? Because there is nothing else but math to tell you where they go, all right? Even in a bear market, I would not use Fibonacci extensions because all the historical price action is laid out for you. We know where we're going to go. When do I look at the RSI 125 and why? RSI 125 is the only indicator that I can really recommend that you have on your charts at any point in time. All right. The reason being is not because it's magical, but if you are new to ABC trading, it can show you where these divergences are forming in order to take advantage of them. Because some people need to physically see it in order to believe it. All right. Otherwise, me just saying, oh, this price structure, if you do this and do that, you're going to make big money. But when people see divergences, all of a sudden, oh, now you're speaking facts to me, dude. You know, I have an indicator on my screen now. I'm a professional. I got an indicator. So I use 125. So right here, we have an A, a B, and a C. And you can see from the A to the C, we have an up. Right here, the same exact points are down. So we have RSI in a downtrend, but we have a higher high on Ethereum. That, my good friend, is a bearish reversal divergence. Can I ask you something? What if you have an ABC setup from like 3 hours ago and the price now starts moving above it? Yes. Time does not matter. Time is arbitrary. It is either true or not true. Am I lagging again? Hopefully not. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't, guys. I'm very sorry. It's not on my side. I am putting out the same exact amount of kilobits. I have no dropped frames. There's nothing I can do. So you saying